Distinguished Prime Minister, last week there were some publications in the Azerbaijani media alleging, by the way, quite without justification, that the Republic of Armenia, based on our domestic political interests, is preparing a new war, allegedly, against Azerbaijan, and that all of this contradicts our commitment to the peace agenda, allegedly, contrary to our own interests. What do you think is the real purpose of these articles? Thank you, Mr. Parsilyan, for the question. Indeed, there are such publications, and the main claim is that Azerbaijan, or I personally, need to start war against Azerbaijan due to domestic political reasons, whereas any more or less qualified or even unqualified observer could see that it's the contrary. Due to domestic political reasons, we, the governing team, and I personally, am interested in having a stable situation in the region, and I think this is an obvious fact. But the publications you mentioned and I mentioned indicate that there are forces which are interested in destabilizing the situation in the region. Now, what should be our response to this? I think our response should be not to yield to any provocation and tirelessly to clarify our position. Our position is, firstly, that we have no reason to attack Azerbaijan. Why? Because essentially, on a political level, and in a way also have taken a legal step and mutually recognized each other's territorial integrity, essentially based on the Almaty Declaration, and we have even agreed, and our National Assembly has ratified the Border Delimitation Commission's joint work regulation, and in the near future we will start the delimitation process with mutual agreement at the next segment. And in this sense, I want to highlight that the Republic of Armenia, and I simply preclude that the Republic of Armenia would take any action aimed at destabilizing the situation in the region. Moreover, you know that in our domestic agenda and generally in our agenda, there is a question, as I said while answering an earlier question, in terms of the aggressions committed against Armenia in 2021 and 2022, more than 200 square kilometers of territory of our country have been occupied at different times, and we have declared, and we continue to declare, that the question of these territories is not in our agenda as a matter of solution by military means. It will not be in our agenda as that, because, as I said, approval of the joint regulation on the border delimitation commissions and the border delimitation process enable us to negotiate based on legal grounds and to resolve all these questions and to address these questions. After your response, remark, please. Please continue. And I want to highlight that we are committed to the peace agenda, and the Republic of Armenia does not have any military objectives in this sense in relation to any of our neighbors. We have recognized and do recognize the territorial integrity and sovereignty of all our neighbors. I hope we will activate the work on the draft peace agreement. 90% of the work has been completed, and a final effort remains to be made to sign the peace agreement. By the way, as I said publicly, and I believe in my latest interview, I disclosed some details I think that we have also proposed a very realistic solution to the question of opening regional communications. We now need steps in all the directions and solutions in all the directions. My assessment is that in the region, in Armenia-Azerbaijan relations, there is no basis for escalation. Thank you.